There you go.
You should have had that recorded.
All right. There's our 4 o'clock pills. You got it? You good?
Give her a minute. Don't make her talk while she's swallowing.
I was going to say, do I need to cut another piece of that banana bread?
I am so full.
We're going for pizza in an hour. Come on.
All
All right. Okay. All right.
Please.
All right. Put your piece away, and I'm going to pick up the story. Okay. So, Naz came out of the army.
Navy.
Excuse me. Naz came. Excuse me. Naz came out of the Navy.
Yes.
He came to live with you and your parents.
Right.
Your parents had a small grocery with gas pumps.
Gas pumps. And Janie and I used to put gas and oil.
And with Naz's help, you went from a small grocery to 3 red top grocery markets.
Correct.
And Steve Novak was a brilliant butcher, and
Right.
you guys had a great business. Now, what year was it when Naz decided to get into bowling centers?
We opened up the first one in 1958.
Right. So what was it that made?
I think that was. I have no idea. He was a partner with Joe Walling's brother.
Right. But you still had the grocery store.
Oh yeah. Well, we hadn't gotten rid of it. We sold out to a chain.
Okay. So what?
But I don't remember exactly.
Was it Giant Eagle or?
Oh
who?
no. You know what? I can't remember the name, but it wasn't a real popular name.
Rivers.
No.
But the bottom line is your grocery stores were doing so well that a larger grocery chain bought your stores.
Right.
And then Naz said, let's take some of that money and go to bowling.
Yeah. How it happened, I don't know.
Who knows?
You know, it might have.
So what was the first one that you opened?
I think it was Westmont Lanes at 1958.
Okay.
Then we opened one up in Central City. You know where my
Laurel Lisa
cottage was?
Yeah,
Laurel Lisa Lanes.
Now, Steve Novak was in charge of Laura Lisa, right?
No. He had nothing to do with it.
This is different Steve Novak.
Okay.
That's a different one. There's more than one
That's
Steve.
another one.
Thank you.
They'll shut it off. They did the scam.
Okay, so it was Westmont, which was 24.
Yeah, 1958. There was 16 lanes or
Where?
Westmont Lanes.
24 lanes in
24
Westmont.
lanes.
Mm-hmm.
Then maybe it was 16 lanes in Central City. And I don't remember the exact year we opened that up in Central City.
And when did
That was near Indian Lake where I had and 1961 is when we opened up Richland Lanes.
1961,
Right, and we had 40 lanes there.
59 years ago. 1961.
Right.
Okay, so Naz would have been how old?
He was born 1917.
Okay, so that would have made him.
Don't have to make me do that.
That would have made him. Oh, geez.
1917,
61 minus 1917. 1961.
Alright, do that.
4. You did it on top of each other. 61 minus 17. Equals.
44.
So Naz was 44 years old when
And he
Richland
was
opened.
6 years older than me.
Really?
Yes. Six and a half years.
So in
I was born in
19
23.
Okay, so in 1961,
Yes.
you already had 4 children.
My last child was born when I was 33 years old. 64 years ago.
Okay. So Laurel was born in what year?
1950.
And then you didn't have another kid again until 64.
1950. Was she born 1950?
Hal was born 57.
57, and Lisa was born in 56.
I was born at 56.
56?
Wait a minute.
Because Helen and I are 13 years
But,
apart.
yeah, Lisa was 54, she was 56.
Okay, so You're
Jeffrey was 48. Jeffrey was 48.
Okay.
The year 48.
48,
The year
yeah.
that Israel was born.
correct.
And Michael was
Michael was born in 45.
45. That you remember.
I remember that.
So Halla was born in 1954,
56.
56, and Richland opened in 1961.
Right.
All right. Pick up the story in 1961. You opened Richland Lanes. Tell us about Johnstown and tell us about
Well,
about
at the
1961.
time, the mills were working. What else was in Johnstown?
Coal, steel.
Coal. The mines were working. We used to be open all night. We had 3 shifts of bowling in our bowling centers,
Mhm.
and we had 3 of them going at one time. Then. I don't remember what year it was. Well, when Lisa moved to Israel, eventually, let's see, Central City wasn't doing so wonderful. So they packed it up and shipped it to Israel.
And they opened Bowling Netanya.
Something like that. I'm gonna forget.
I remember
second one,
Bowling
Did
Netanya.
they have first?
Yeah,
There
yeah.
was 2 there? I
It
don't
was
know.
in a shopping center.
Oh.
And they opened up, I think they had 2 of them there.
Mm.
They opened 2 places.
Have two.
Yeah.
Do you remember what year?
Mm-mm.
I can't remember the year. When did Lisa move there? I don't know. Well, it's hard to say.
I don't know. 80s?
What year did you move into the lake house?
Close to 80. No, not. When did you move to Lake House? I don't know.
What year did when did I sell the house? I didn't sell the house right away.
Vanessa has a photograph on the wall in our living room, and Naz is sitting in an orange chair. He has his feet up.
Oh, what?
That's the lake house. That's
Tell-
the living
tell-
room of the lake house.
Tell
The
us
TV
about.
room of the
Tell
lake
us.
house.
Do you remember what year you and Naz moved into
one
the
in
lake
middle
house?
of the
Wait, it
court.
seems to me, was it wait. Oh, Lord. Well, we had, first he bought an old beat up farmhouse
Okay.
and then changed his mind. Cause we bought property and
That was
we-
Lake Stony.
We built, yeah, that was on Lake Stony Creek. Then we built the house on the lake.
You had the red
The
house,
two-
and then you had the one in the middle. Well, Naz died in 75,
Yeah.
and I lived on Floyd Street up until 3rd grade. Now, I remember somewhere probably in the late 70s, when Grandma moved to the lake house, because we kept a room for Grandma, and she had her own phone line in the Floyd Street house.
Yeah.
Grandma had her own phone number in our house on
That's
Floyd
right,
Street.
Yeah.
So that would have been in the late 70s when
Yeah.
Grandma because when she came to Johnstown, then she'd stay with us if she wasn't at the lake house.
All right. Now I have to ask. Grandpa, Naz passed in.
75.
1975.
No, he had a heart attack.
Yeah.
So he just. So it was unexpected.
Well, that was his 3rd heart attack.
Oh, okay.
That was the second
There
one.
was a second. I know he had.
And then he had open heart surgery, and then he had 2 more. The
Two more.
second one.
So I remember
No,
visiting
he-
him in the hospital when I was little.
So he was a smoker.
Oh, definitely. Never gave it up. The
Okay.
day he's being operated on, he and another patient snuck cigarettes.
All right. So Naz left us, and how old was Michael when Naz passed?
Well, 1975,
75.
and Michael was born in 45, 55, 65,
30.
75.
30.
30
So he
years
was
old.
29 or 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Michael, when Michael took over the business, you had Westmont, you had Laurel, and you had Richmond, correct?
Well, no, we had already shipped Laurel Leslie back to Israel.
No, not when my dad Not when Grandpa
Nin-
died yet.
1975.
Just when Grandpa died, you still had all three bowling
You had
alleys.
Westmont, you had Laurel, and you had Richmond.
Richland.
Richland.
You mean to tell me I sold those when he passed on?
No. You're confusing
All
her
right,
at
go
this
ahead.
point.
Go ahead.
No, we're back to 1975. We still had all three bowling alleys. We hadn't moved anything to Israel yet because Lisa wasn't married.
Oh. Yeah.
What year was Lisa married?
Oh, I was.
She's married about
Well, she was probably
38 years.
Yeah, she was in the late 70s. I was still living in Johnstown when
Okay.
Lisa got married.
Wait, how old's Vanessa?
50.
I'm 50.
Ask her. How old are you? Leon.
Yeah, Leon. Or maybe I wasn't living in it.
How
I
old
remember
is
the
Leon?
wedding.
I have it all written down in another book.
She's 35
She's well over 30.
or 36.
I remember, and I might be wrong, but what I remember was when Vanessa and I got to Johnstown in 1993, Laurel was already closed, but that was 1993. But it had only been about 10 years. So do we remember when Laurel closed? What year did Laurel Lanes?
What did I call it?
Laura Lisa.
Lisa Lanes.
What year did Laura Lisa close? Do we remember?
No, I don't remember.
Okay. So Lisa, when did Lisa move to Israel?
Oh, God, that was so long ago.
It's a good question.
Because they moved to Israel, but then they came back. Didn't they? They
Well,
came back for a while.
Moti lived or
They
worked for
But yeah, they
for us
worked.
for about 10 years.
Yeah, they lived in Johnstown for a while because I
Yeah.
remember their house.
Yeah, on Parkview Drive.
Maybe
The twins
78.
were born there.
Yeah, they were.
Maybe 78.
The twins were born there. They're probably
I remember the
32
screened-in
years.
porch with all the toys that they.
32 years.
So it was in the late 70s that Laura Lisa closed and went to Israel.
Probably.
Late
What did Laura
70s,
Lisa
early 80s.
have to do with
The lanes got shipped. Nothing.
Oh no, because that was years after.
Yeah, it was a while after.
They didn't ship it right
There's a
away.
big gap. There's a big gap of time there.
Yeah,
We should have
Moti and Lisa took care of that business itself, sending it over to.
So you lived at the lake house.
Hello. Hello.
That was your mom.
All right, so we pick it up in the 80s.
Okay. I left Johnstown in 85.
You left Johnstown in 80.
No, before that. No, I left Johnstown in 82, right before my 12th birthday. I left Johnstown in
Oh,
82.
I remember. I know. We were sitting in the synagogue. You were about 11 years old,
Mm,
and your mother was taking you to California.
yeah.
And there was a Hadassah thing or something, and I asked you if you would sit with me at the table, and you refused. You didn't want to leave your mother, and I was so hurt. Oh, because I knew you were leaving, and it about killed me because you wouldn't sit with me.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Well, you were a kid. What do you know?
Now this is the part where I have to get a little selfish. Okay? This is where we get a little selfish. In December of 1992, I asked Vanessa to marry me. On the 22nd of December of 1992, I was at the Richland Mall.
That's where you ask her? That sounds romantic.
On the 22nd of December of 1992,
Yeah.
okay, I met Vanessa and we went on our first date on the 19th of February of 1992, just after Valentine's Day.
But you didn't meet her in Johnstown.
No.
You met her in Massachusetts.
Correct.
Vanessa had graduated a year early from Pepperdine.
Yeah, but she was going to school up in Massachusetts.
And she left Pepperdine and she went to graduate school in Massachusetts.
Yeah, because I went up to visit, and I was a little disturbed because you two were living together.
No, we weren't.
Yeah, you had, yeah, I think pretty sure
Nope,
you were
No,
living.
no, we
we
weren't.
never lived together. Not in
No, we weren't.
Massachusetts.
No,
Nope.
I don't know what. Well, I don't know what made me think you were living.
No, we
together.
were not. No.
No, he had his own place.
Oh,
No, we
all
were
right. Forgive me.
No, that's okay.
I mean, the brain doesn't work all the time.
Vanessa and I, Vanessa asked me out
She did.
on the 19th of February of
You
1992.
remembers way too much.
Vanessa asked me out.
Yeah.
She left a note in my mailbox
You bold thing, you.
in before 11 in the morning because I would come into the mailroom every day at 11 o'clock and pull my messages. And I found an envelope with nothing written on it, and I opened it. And I won't tell you what the note said because I don't want to offend you.
Come on.
You really want to know?
I don't have to.
I won't
I
tell.
left my phone number.
Let's just say she left her phone number.
I hope she wasn't nasty.
She was.
I was in the theater department.
Let's just say
He
she
was
got.
a rare breed.
I was a straight. I was a straight guy in the theater department. I opened up the envelope, and there was a piece of paper, and there was a phone number, and it said, "Here's the number you won't find on the bathroom wall."
Oh.
And I went into, and I was one of the stage managers in the department. And I went into my boss's office, the production manager's office, and I called the number. And we talked for about 10 minutes, and I finally said, "Who is this?"
Okay, where's this going? Because I'm interviewing Grandma, not us.
I'm trying to get a question on a grandma.
Well, they asked the darn question.
We came to Johnstown in December of '92. And on the 22nd of December, I asked Vanessa to marry me. That's when you and I met. And then we came to Johnstown. And I don't know if you remember, but you let us stay at your house after we were engaged because we moved to Johnstown after Vanessa's college. Do you remember that?
Not really.
Yeah.
Okay.
We lived in Parkview Drive until we.
We lived with you at Parkview.
You did.
Yeah.
Did you pay rent? I don't remember.
I offered and you wouldn't let me.
Oh, that was so nice.
You were so nice. But it was you and it was Zelda.
Zelda.
Tell us about Zelda. When did you meet Zelda? Tell us about Zelda.
She used to work for my mother. She
Okay.
did housework for my
When?
mother.
When? What year?
Oh, don't ask me.
Do you remember Mel?
Huh?
Melly?
No, I don't
No,
remember.
Melly was.
Melly was big.
Yeah.
Zelda worked for your mother.
Yeah.
Okay,
And,
tell us about Zelda.
And then, I guess after my mother passed, she came and worked for me. She lived with me.
Uh-huh. Okay, well, tell us the story about Zelda, because when we came to Johnstown in '92, Zelda was your housekeeper, and you were in the house on Parkview.
Yeah, and
So-
I worked all the time.
Uh-huh.
She used to take care of the kids. And,
Uh-huh.
yeah, she lived with me for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good, Vanessa.
Hello, Zoe.
Oh, well, covered quite a bit right now. I'm trying to figure out what we haven't covered. I don't know.
You're doing a great job there, both of you. When I don't know about the grandkids and stuff, when they started,
I don't know.
no, that's probably not great.
You know what? I have to go to the bathroom
Okay.
again.
Go, baby.
I hate that job.
Okay. Let me hit pause.
Do you need help?
No, naturally I have my Kleenex on the floor.
Yeah.